Hey everybody, I realize it's been a while. Last video series was me coming home from, sorry, about to lose you there. Last video series was me coming home from Kentucky. And it is now March 12th, 2024. So, I mean, we're almost coming up on a year, almost, since my last video series. And a lot's changed, or a lot has happened rather. I lived with a friend for a while. I'm living with family now, and life is good. I've got a good job. Well, I mean, it's decent enough. It doesn't really pay enough, but c'est la vie. And I just had a thought occur to me. Really, it was in relation to other aspects in my life, but I'm growing and I'm maturing and I'm trying to look at the positive in everything and be a little more happy-go-lucky, and for the most part I'm doing pretty well in that regard. I'm not the negative Nelly that I used to be, not as much anyway. But there was a thought that occurred to me, and recently, backtracking here, I've been attending a church for a while now, and recently I was asked to give a sermon from the pulpit, and I gave a sermon on perspective, and utilized some biblical examples, obviously, and I took from my own life, my own personal experiences, and it originally ended up being like a 40 to 45 minute message that I had to pare down to about 20 minutes, and so there was so much in there, and there was a lot that didn't make the final cut, as it were. But I've been trying to keep a positive perspective, a godly perspective, and I was thinking about things here just a little bit ago, and I'm following up now with something that a friend of mine said, that he said that I should do more podcasts or more videos, in a preaching style, and I'm like, well, I'm not a preacher, and he's like, well, you've already done a sermon, so you might as well. I mean, you've turned over this new leaf, and so I guess I'm just going to offer my perspective and the things that I have learned over the years. But at any rate, going back to the heart of the message I'm trying to deliver now is that I was thinking of the Apostle Paul and something that he wrote that was very profound. And it was a message to offending parties and the offended. And something that he said was, don't be offended. To the offended, don't be offended by what others do, or what others say, or how they act, don't be offended. But on the flip side, what he said to the offenders was, but don't offend. So it got me to thinking about other aspects of my life. As you know, that I'm involved with various clubs, and I'm a founder of one of them. And I found that I have people coming to me all the time, reporting things to me, and I don't know why it came up to me, but it just came to me that, it's like, this kind of applies there. Well, I mean, so the guy is a jerk, so the girl is a jerk, so whatever, they're a jerk and they offend you, okay? You can either sit there and let them offend you and have them ruin your day and, raise your blood pressure and just, ruin your whole day, or you could let it slide off your back like water does from a duck's feathers. and I know that's hard to do. It's hard for me to do too. But it's, you know, I think that's what Paul is telling us. I think he's telling us in that regard, be like the duck. Let it roll right off your back and just move on. So that's my perspective of the day. My inspiration for the day is you know, like what I used to say in my video series Going to Kentucky. I said, be good to yourselves and each other, and that certainly applies here, right? So don't offend, be good to others, and don't be offended, be good to yourself. So I'm going to leave you with that little thought nugget, as Pastor Kelly K from TikTok says, think about that one for a moment. And sorry, man, I had to borrow that. But I gave you full credit for it. So that's it in a nutshell. That's just kind of what I had on my mind and what I wanted to share. And I don't know how active I'm going to be on this channel. I've been fairly active on my other channel for my club, and I've been doing weekly videos. Basically right now I'm just going through the charter and I'm explaining what the charter means and try to go into like some thought process of, you know, why those charter rules were created. But that's my other channel. But I don't know, maybe I'll do something more with this, and I'll take Darren's advice and offer more perspectives and more thought nuggets for you all to consider. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know that I have a really I don't have a catchphrase for this series. I don't know. Just be good human beings, right? Just, you know, how about we follow what Christ said? Love one another as I have loved you. And we'll leave it at that. All right? So until the next time we chit-chat, and when I say chit-chat, I mean when I talk to you. I'll see you later. All right? Take care. Have a blessed day.